Good morrow, fine passengers, and welcome to Crypto with Tosh. This is Tosh, and I have some exciting news for you today. We've got some really cool stuff, so if you were here at my live stream the other day, we looked at some alpha artwork. We're going to check that out. We also got an official date for our Gen Zero launch sale. Super exciting stuff. We won't want to miss info about that. We also, DeFi Kingdoms just got their audit pass with Solidity Finance. We're going to break that down a little bit, and let's talk about the price of Jewel and where that's going at the end of this video. It's going to be super exciting. You're not going to want to miss this. If you want to get the latest and greatest DeFi Kingdoms content, make sure you like and subscribe the video below. Appreciate all of the people that have been supporting this channel. We are over 400 subscribers. It's absolutely crazy to me how quickly this has blown up. Thank you for everyone who has given me all the support or comments in Discords, likes on the channel, and subscribes. I will continue to push out content. I'm excited to support this community, and I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying the content so far, and I'm going to keep pumping. And I mean, since we're like pretty close to 500, I think we should do a giveaway. What do you guys think? To post in the comments if we should do a giveaway at 500 subscribers. I think we'll do it, so just hold on tight. Last thing before we get started is that I am not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. Always do your own research and only risk what you can afford to lose. Let's hop into our stuff. So earlier this week, I had Professor Tango and Flu on the live stream, and Professor Tango is our new project manager here at DeFi Kingdoms, and he got to show us some of the artwork that is going on. Also, Sinstar posted some of this into the Discord, so you can check it out there as well. But this one was actually not on Discord. This was just a little peep. I think it's going to be actually one of the animated backgrounds for the hero cards, was what he was kind of telling us. So pretty cool. He wanted to really highlight that owl and just that they're going to have like some fun pets around the world. Next one here, if we zoom out a little bit, is the new map. So I didn't even realize that the map that's currently in the game is just like a prototype map. This one is super cool that they laid out. So I really just love how like the art style and how well like the pixel art is placed. Everything looks really 3D. Like you can see the shadows are really nice in 3D. Like this just beautiful artwork. Sinstar and the art team have been killing it. This one here was just an animation that's going to be for fishing. So when you're doing the fishing quest, Fisher Tom is going to be here. You'll get to watch him for a little bit and hang out. Again, Tango was really like wanted to show us and highlight the animals moving in the world too. So these might be pets for our characters or our heroes, but we'll see if they have any other utility or function throughout the game. They might just look cool, make the world a little bit more alive too. I think that's a big goal of the developers, really just bring life to the world, because pixel art can get flat. This is not the case here. The art team is really on it. And last here, this was just something that Tango was telling us was floating around like the developers chat. So this was Creepy Tom. He's fishing here. He's got some fish, but he went a little demonic mode on this one. So kind of cool. I'm really excited to see some of the art. I can't wait to see more. And maybe we'll see some more soon with the Gen Zero Hero launch. So let's hop into the details there. The community has had so many questions on their mind, like, when Gen Zero Hero Sale? Or, when Lambo? Well, we now have an answer to one of those questions. The Gen Zero Hero Sale is going to be on September 30th. So a couple days from now, super duper exciting. I'm going to be very prepared for this moment. So they're looking at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for this. I don't think this is quite totally confirmed yet, but it's looking that's where the time is going to be settled at, just to give a fair chance to all of our different time zones. It's going to be nearly impossible to get a perfect time zone for everyone, but Frisky Fox is looking at this as a pretty good time to do it. Sinstar also posted one of the hero cards, so I think these are going to be more of like the official type. I think they will be animated in the future, but we'll see. So here is the hero card, and what's cool to know, this is actually a newer detail that's been revealed, is that each class is going to also have a subclass. So what that means is that every hero card is going to have both a class and then a subclass. I believe that these are random, so any class could have any other subclass. It'll be really fun to discover like what the best combinations are, or just the different utilities of them all and how to best combine them to get our perfect hero, and that might take some tactical summoning.
The developers have also noted that with the classes, that all of the hero cards are going to have different recessive genes and dominant genes. So for example, if we're to summon with 2 different thieves together, there's a pretty high likelihood that it could end up as a thief, but there is a chance that it could end up as a wizard, for example, if both of the hero cards had those recessive genes. So it works in a very similar way to Axie Infinity. Kind of cool that we can have those recessive gene options and kind of diversify the pool, make it a little bit more difficult to breed for something very specific or summon something very specific. In other exciting news, Solidity Finance finished their audit report on DeFi Kingdom's contracts. Very cool stuff. If you want to check it out, the original document, I will throw that link into the description. So go ahead and check that out. Let's go through it real quick. So the contracts they did their investigation audit on were the Jewel Token contract, was also the Master Gardener contract, general notes on other contracts, and then the final summary here. Let's just check this out real quick. No security issues from outside attackers were identified. Ensure trust in the project team as they have substantial power in the ecosystem, and this was timestamped for September 24th. So I personally have a lot of faith into the core team. Most of the things are in multi-signature wallets. So the multi-sig wallet requires 3 of the 4 individuals to sign off on that. Those 4 individuals are Frisky Fox, Ayla Spirit Box, Sinstar, and also Jericho. So 3 out of 4 need to agree to make any transactions with that wallet or changes to these contracts, and I trust them. And what they've noted in chat too is that they all have different personalities and all have different interests within the project. So, and also what they're looking to do is add a time lock to some of these things later on. So for example, if they do get the 3 out of the 4 to agree on a certain change within the contract, then there would actually be a community vote for 24 hours, and that could be voted on whether that thing would pass or not. And by having that little time lock there, it allows the community to actually put their input on some of those decisions being made. I'm super excited that the Frisky Fox noted that that is something that is going to happen down the line. So very cool stuff. And again, the team is just repeatedly showing us that they care about the community and the long-term stability of this project. And despite DeFi Kingdoms passing all of the checks from the audit, there were still some concerns from people in the Discord, and of course, Frisky Fox has an answer for everything, as you can see here. Let's break down some of these points one by one. So I'm very thankful for the community in DeFi Kingdoms. It's just that we have some smart brains that know what questions to ask about the audits and actually know how to break these down pretty thoroughly and identify some weak areas if there are some. So I'm really grateful for that. I got to have a really great learning experience. Most of this stuff is new to me. I've also learned that DeFi Kingdoms is actually one of the only projects on the Harmony blockchain to get an audit. So very few projects have even been audited. Very cool and huge step that there has been an audit now completed on this project. So the first question here was about anti-whale logic that was written into the contract, and that certain addresses were able to bypass this. So actually they turned this feature off. This was just used at the beginning to help prevent some sniper bots, but they don't use this feature anymore, so not a thing to worry about. It looks like Frisky Fox is trying to turn this feature off in the contract. The next one here notes that there is a cap on the number of Jewel tokens that can be minted. However, authorized users can update this cap at any time. So here's Frisky Fox's response. So currently the owner of that contract is the Master Gardener. So it's just that wallet operating. And to change the owner of that wallet, it requires the 3 out of the 4 signatures from our leading crew. So there is some pretty good protection behind that. And additionally, it says like the owner can mint additional Jewel tokens at any time. It's because the Master Gardener needs to have that ability to provide the rewards for people that are participating in the liquidity pools. So that's the only way that Jewel tokens are generated these days, is from those liquidity pools, and the only person that can do that is this wallet that is the Master Gardener, and he's delivering those out based on the contract things, and all of those things in the contract pass the audit. So it looks pretty good here. Quick in here is that the owner is intended to be the Master Gardener contract. However, this cannot be verified until deployment, and actually that is false. So Frisky Fox did deploy or show off the Harmony link that shows that the Master Gardener is the owner, and they will update the report pretty soon, just they're on weekend time. This next one is about withdrawal fees and being able to actually change the fees and the percentages of where fees are allocated. And what Frisky Fox says that this is fairly standard to allow projects to do this in a lot of different protocols, making the main comparison to Viper Swap, which is another big DEX on the Harmony network. And there haven't been that many audits on similar projects, so we kind of just have to take this as a standard. If anything on the audit, this is something that I'm a little bit more skeptical about, but again, it does require the 3 out of the 4 signatures to make these changes to the wallet. And the only thing that sketches me out a little bit about this is that the way that projects do rug pull is that they change the withdrawal fees to 100%, so all of your liquidity tokens are taken if you'd like to withdraw them. I don't anticipate this is something that's going to happen, and again, it does require the 3 out of the 4 signatures for that change to happen. But always do your own research and make your own judgment calls here. I'm personally not very worried, but make your own judgment calls what you do with your money. And the last concern that we'll review here is that authorized users can transfer ownership of the Jewel contract at any time. And again, this is protected by that multi-signature wallet, so 3 out of the 4 leadership people must actually sign that to change the contract owner. So overall, I think getting this audit completed is super bullish for the project. It does bring a lot more security into the project, that there aren't these security types of weaknesses there. And it does take a lot of faith to put into the development team, but again, if you've interacted with them on Discord, they are very friendly and very committed to this project. All of them are putting in 70+ hour weeks to make all of this stuff happen for us. And the art direction and everything and the gameplay, it's all so cool. It's going to be big, and I think it's here to stay. If you've been on dfkwiki.com recently, you may have noticed a nice little freshening up onto the website. Looking really good here, Sarah. So we've got all of our epoch trackers. We're about 2.5 days away from the next slashing. So again, that's going to slash our rewards and also going to increase the amount that we're able to claim up to 13%. Very cool. And now let's go ahead and look at our graphs. The Jewel token has been doing really, really well. We are back at all-time highs here. $1.47 for Jewel. So cool to see, and very cool even compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has not quite recovered yet from its previous dip. It's at about 44,000 right now. Looking good, but Jewel just staying really solid as a good investment here. We see Harmony 1 is up to 17.5 cents. Very cool. Climbing back up, getting closer to our all-time highs here as well. And that Jewel to 1 ratio is about 8.4. Looking pretty good. So that means 8.41 tokens for 1 Jewel token. That means Jewel is thriving a little bit better since this ratio has been climbing up over the previous couple weeks too. Well, sick crew, thanks for tuning in for this video. Hope you enjoyed the content. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and comment below of things that you're excited about. How many Gen 0 heroes do you want to get? Are you going to get 8 billion, or are you just going to get 1 or 0? I don't know. Or maybe you're just holding out for Gen 1s. That's totally cool too. Anyway, this is Tosh signing off. Hope you'll have a good one. Later.